morning, friends. Today we are going to present our presentation about Char Kway Teow. Then is our group members, Frederick Chow Wei-Jie, Darren Lim, Hazif and Hasif. Okay, let's start our presentation. I will pass my teammates, Frederick.
Chow Wei-Jie. Good morning, everyone. We have interviewed two businesses, which is in the Kelana Jaya and the other one is in the Penang. The one in the Kelana Jaya is the Penang Fried Kway Teow, which is also known as Auntie Gemuk Char Kway Teow. The next one is the Aling Char Kway Teow, that is from the Georgetown, Pulau Penang. As for the background of the business, the Penang Fried Kway Teow has been around for 32 years and is currently being operated by the daughters to the founders of the daughter of the founders. And it's being while the Auntie Gemuk is actually not the founder, but sister to the founder and the aunt to the current owner. And what makes Auntie Gemuk Char Kway Teow so special and is not only famous among the Chinese is because it's halal. And it's being located in the halal restaurant, which is the restaurant Jamal Mohammed at Kelana Jaya. Next is the Aling Char Kway Teow. Aling Char Kway Teow has been around in Pulau Penang for at least 36 years. And it's a second generation business. And the current operator is a founder's son. However, the founder is not retired, but he's selling Char Kway Teow during the night at the Air Tam area, while the second generation operators is selling during the days at the Jalan Datuk Keramat. And I pass it to Hazim.
I'll be talking about the number of employees for Auntie Gemuk. And I mean, Auntie Gemuk and Alang both have 3 workers. So for Auntie Gemuk, they have the cook, the operators, and the worker. But for Alang, they have 2 workers, and the chef is the operator itself. And the customers for Auntie Gemuk Char Kway Teow is not limited to Chinese, but also other races because it's halal. However, for Alang's Char Kway Teow, they have pork and lard, so it's limited for Chinese and Indians only, not for Muslims. And I'll be passing this speech to Sibat.
Thank you. Okay, I represent the competitor parts. As we all know, every industry has its own competitors. For the Auntie Gemuk Char Kway Teow, it's much more easier to compete with others because there's around 30 stores in Petaling Jaya, and Petaling Jaya is a huge big city and it separates 2 areas, so it's not that much competitive. And for the curious part is that when we asked the owner of the Auntie Gemuk Char Kway Teow, his name's Yeo Shou Wei, he said, we thought with the Char Kway Teow store at first, but actually she said her actual competitors was for the restaurant under the restaurant Jamal Mohammed, which is the sub-branches inside the restaurant. And the first top competitors she mentioned is the Mama Store, which is the main branches of the restaurant. The Mama Store is selling Indian traditional food such as roti canai, nasi kandar, Maggi goreng. As we all know, this is a famous food in Malaysia. And the annual profit will be, of course, better than the Char Kway Teow store because they're the main branches. And the next is a nasi lemak kukus store. Their signature dish, steamed coconut rice, and with some extra dishes as curry rendang, chicken, and this, of course, our Malay favorites. And the next is a curry mee store. Even though the owner herself loved this store very much, as she described the curry mee to us, as she personally loved it very much. Yeah. And she mentioned that although they are fighting with each other, they are still in a kind of friendships, and they are fighting with fair levels. Okay, for the next, in the Penang's Aling Char Kway Teow competitors, they are much more competitive compared with the Auntie Gemuk because we know Penang Char Kway Teow is one of the well-known food in the Char Kway Teow, and there's around 47 stores total in Penang. And although there are much stores in the Penang, the owner of Aling Char Kway Teow, Teo Yong Hee, he can figure out his top 3 competitors. The first is the Lorong Selamat Char Kway Teow. He said their annual profit are leading them by years to years, and he is expect this year will be an exchange, and they are figuring out some strategies to fight with him. And the next is the Sister Char Kway Teows. The name sister is because they are working by a couple of sisters, and everyone addresses them as Alam Sister. Alam Sister have fried kway teow for almost 50 years, and they are working since they operating the store is at Jalan Melis Sister. And the next is the Siam Road Char Kway Teow. Of course, Siam Road Char Kway Teow is located at Siam Road and also as Jalan Ansun. But one of his weaknesses is he tends to let his customer to wait for queue for so long for only a plate of Char Kway Teow. And this is how he taking this advantage to fight with him. And our pure evaluation is that life is full of competition. You must fight with competition, you will only can become better. Improve through failure and you become successful one in the future. Then I'll pass to Hasim.
Alright,
Oops.
now we'll talk about what to improve about their store. So basically their store, most of their store are very clean and their food presentation is perfect. However, first I'm talking about anti-gemuk one. Anti-gemuk should reduce the usage of oil because when we taste their char kway teow, all you can taste or feel is the oil content, the fat, instead of the soy sauce, spiciness. Okay. So basically, if they reduce the usage of oil, they can save costs and also promote a healthy lifestyle. Next, for Aling Char Kway Teow, what we can recommend is that they should reduce the price because they are selling their char kway teow at 7 ringgit per plate. When I asked my friend, is it very normal for non-halal char kway teow to be sold at 7 ringgit?
No.
They said no. Yes, they are usually sell at 5 ringgit. So basically that's the only thing that they should improve. Next is their strategies. The category that I put is into 5. The first one is futures. Unlike Aling Char Kway Teow, Auntie sold halal one, but for the advantage of Aling Char Kway Teow, they give you a bigger prawn for in your plate. Next is the price. For Auntie Char Kway Teow, they only sell it at 5 ringgit per plate. However, Aling Char Kway Teow sell their char kway teow at 7 ringgit, just like I mentioned before. And the thing that I want to highlight here is the promotion, is in the price for their portion. For small portion, for Aling is 7 ringgit, but for larger, it's 12 ringgit. It's like 5 ringgit differences. Unlike Auntie Char Kway Teow, the small is 5 ringgit, however the biggest size is only 5 ringgit and 50 cents. There's only 50 cents differences. And that is a good strategy because people usually tend to buy something that's worth their money and stuff. Next is the locations. In terms of location, we can conclude that anti-gemuk ones is the better because in Klang Valley, Penang Char Kway Teow is very rare. And as you can see when we make a research regarding anti-gemuk locations, you can see that their competitors who sell the same products is very far away, which Darren later will explain where exactly the place is. For Aling Char Kway Teow, the location is quite okay. However, it's the origin because they sell the Penang Char Kway Teow is at the very own origin place, right? So it should be okay for us to make it a strategy. And the fourth one is presentation. There are no big difference, something like that, because both of them serve their foods very beautifully. There's no oil spill, there's no cockroaches, there's no. Okay, and the last strategy is the most reliable strategy, which is worldwide feedback. As long as they satisfy their customers' need, they can get their own very own advertising strategy through their customer, because the customer gonna talk about their food inside the internet blogs such as KY Speaks, Jom Makan, and they're gonna give a rating. And tourists who came to Malaysia usually gonna find all this information inside the web instead of just asking people like, Jared, where can I get the best Penang Char Kway Teow?
Ask Frederick.
Yeah, ask Frederick, something like that. And that is all.
Thank you, Asif, for that presentation. I'll be talking about the nature of the market for both of these stalls. First off, we'll jump on into Aling Char Kway Teow stall. Okay. Now, like any other business, right? This stall also has few competitors. This stall is actually very dominant in the whole market because it practically controls the market of the Char Kway Teow industry in the whole of Georgetown. Now, you see this Aling Char, this is Teo Yong Hee. He's the owner of the old stall. And you won't wonder that he's actually cooking Char Kway Teow and whatnot, you know. And you believe that it's actually really successful. it's actually very successful because to cook char kway teow in Penang, where they sell char kway teows almost everywhere. You know, every 100 meters you see char kway teow stalls everywhere. It's really not bad, you know, for a business like this to sell and dominate. Now let's jump on to Auntie Gemok's char kway teow stall. Like Arlene Char Kway Teow, she also has competitors everywhere. But the thing is, they are all far away from her area. She doesn't have any competitors in the next 2 kilometers away. She does state that she has competitors around her in the stalls around her that sell nasi lemak, curry noodles or whatnot, rojak. She is also very dominant in both terms, distance and the stalls around her. She also controls the char kway teow industry in the whole of the Klang Valley. Now, you see this is Auntie Gemok right here. Her name is Yu Suchi. Her name is Yu Suchi. Now, I want you to bask your face into this picture. I want you to enjoy it. I want you to enjoy the moment. Picture her success as yours. Now, I want you to deal with it. Deal with this success that you see, and I want you to tell yourself that it's not easy making halal char kway teow in Klang Valley. What? You know? So let's jump on to the nature of the market. Now, what is the nature for their stall? Is it either oligopoly or monopoly? Now, most of you might be thinking it might be monopoly because of the single stores, they're dominant and whatnot. The answer is actually oligopoly. Now, the reason why is because both of these stalls are very dominant in their own industry, okay? They have very few competitors, and they are not the only firms that sell char kway teow. Like, there are also other stalls, like Siwa has mentioned, like Sisters Char Kway Teow store, or whatever. You know, those stalls are also in the line of battling for this industry, you know. So that's it, actually, that's it for the nature of the market. Now I'm jumping on into the future plans for both of their businesses. From our interviews, we have actually asked this question: what are your future plans? They did not have any future plans. They're happy with whatever they were doing, selling whatever they were selling. You know, and we were so disappointed. We were just so disappointed, and for our interview, we just had to show this. Why don't you have future plans? You know, you're ruining us. You're ruining your business. But no, they're happy. So thank you for the. Oh, you want to? Thank you for the whole pay attention to us thing. And now I'm jumping on to our video. Ada.